Our first home workout together, guys. Let's get it. We are starting our workout. Living room. I've got GYMSHARK on. Let's get started. I love you guys and enjoy. Our first home workout together, guys. Let's get it. I will be guiding us through this workout. You will hear my voice. I love you guys infinity. Like this video, please, because it supports my channel so much. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'm Salad Gold. If you guys are just meeting me for the first time, I create health and wellness content, mind, body, all of it. Spreading love, spreading positivity and happiness and all of that good stuff. I love you guys infinity, and always like and subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and enjoy this video. So today's pre-workout for me is gonna be one of these extra strength ibuprofen that I get from Dollarama. Big surprise here. Love Dollarama. I'm feeling super womanly today. I'm on my period. Maybe TMI for the men watching, but it's happening. Feeling womanly. Well, I'm taking one of these. I live by these things whenever I have cramps. So 16 capsules in one of these bottles at Dollarama for three times less the price. So, que comment vous? Cheers. Water, of course, we have to keep hydrated. I just use my Sip by Swell water bottle that I love so much. We have our GYMSHARK resistance band. This is the medium resistance band. I showed you guys also in the GYMSHARK haul video that I did, but I will be featuring it in this video. So water, resistance band, if optional, if you have one and would like to add to the difficulty of any exercises, definitely an essential for me. And then weights, if you guys would like to add to the difficulty as well. And if you can get these online, such great options on Amazon, at Walmart, Canadian Tire, any of those home stores, I've seen weights, hand weights, even smaller, lesser weights for very cheap if you guys wanted to grab those at any point. And now we are officially about to start our workout. Mwah. So guys, our start to the workout, our first exercise and start to the workout, all we are going to be doing to start off this workout are 3 sets of basic squats. I will first show you guys the exercise without any equipment, standard squat. So we want to have our feet roughly shoulder width apart, We want to have some sort of handstands, whether that's the praying stance, you can just have your hands at your sides. I do the hand over a fist. I like this one, it's comfortable for me. So what we're going to do is squat down. Our knees should not fall any more forward than our toes, and squatting back and up. As we're squatting up into a pelvic thrust. And we're going to do 10 reps of that 3 times, guys. So down into a squat, and then up into that pelvic thrust. Down into a squat, up into that pelvic thrust. 10 reps. 3 sets. I'm going to put on my resistance band here, pop that on my legs for an extra something. I'm going to start by grabbing one of my 10-pound weights here. Turn to the side. You guys know the motion now. If you're using a weight, holding this weight either right in front of you, over your head, outwards, or just in front. Whatever you prefer to keep your balance. Outwards is more of an arm workout, upwards is more overall balance, and then in front of us is just more static, a balanced position. So squatting into our squat and then upward. Squat and up. 3. And as you guys can see, sometimes I do add in a little pulse in those squats. that's just up to me whether I need, or I feel, I go off of intuition, whether I feel like the workout that I'm doing could use that extra push. It's just a matter of the way we are deciding to push ourselves. If you don't feel like pushing yourself that far, if you don't feel like wearing a resistance band or weights, nobody says you have to. There are no rules to working out. As long as we're moving our bodies, remaining active, getting our heart rates up, keeping that blood pumping, our hearts racing, you know, getting active, whatever means you want to do that, whatever ways you do that, everybody has their own ways. I am no personal trainer. I have trained myself and built this body that I house today, so I know my body the best. We all know our bodies, each of us individually. So I like to challenge myself a lot of the time, and I like to push myself, but not everybody does. I am a sweater. I break sweats. As you guys can see, probably see already, as I'm sweating already, I break a sweat from thinking too hard. So I'm absolutely already sweating, and this resistance band is doing its job for sure, but something I can add in, I know there's already so many things you guys have probably just learned from this video or may have just learned, but as this weight is at my side, when I'm going down into my squat, I often like to come up with an arm lift. That, for me, is one of those challenging things I choose to add into the workout. Myself, can wrap my head around these multiple movements at once. Not a lot of people can, and they choose to do more target workouts, but I like to do, I guess you could say, more CrossFit and whole body movements and workouts as I'm going. So when I squat, I have my weight in front, and I definitely oftentimes like to raise that up as I go up. So I'll squat down, and then as I'm coming up into my pelvic thrust, I'll raise the weight up. So that's just by choice, and I'll show you guys what I mean. But by no means do you guys have to include a weight. By no means do you guys have to wear the resistance band. Don't be stressed. 3 sets of 10 squats. Add a pulse if you want. I will show you that pulse. Let's get it. So for our next set, again, we got our weight here. Squatting in, and then lifting up for 1, 2, I am going to add the next weight. I'm going to add 2 weights, but again, nothing says you guys have to add any weights at all. This is just me, and I'm giving you guys options here. If you did want to add in a weight in the future and amp up the difficulty of these exercises, you have the option of adding in weights. But for anybody that just wants that basic squat, go back to that first initial positioning and just repeat that positioning for 3 or 4 reps. Amazing. That is our first exercise complete. Moving on to our second, number 2. Our number 2 exercise here. Number 2 exercise will be a deadlift. These are the very basic movements, the first exercises that I learned, and I genuinely feel like these are the basis at the base of any workout or any type of variations of any workout that you will do. So getting the basic positioning, getting these basic poses down and movements down, you guys are setting yourself up for absolute success. So the next thing you're doing is a deadlift here, still keeping that resistance band on, still going to use both of the weights because I feel like deadlifts are more of you can evenly distribute that weight better because you're letting the weight down, it's all falling down rather than you lifting up with it. So I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So for a deadlift stance, we want to be, again, you can either do a deadlift variation where your legs are together or they can be apart. I always seem to just fall slightly apart, but you can also do a stiff leg deadlift where your legs are completely straight, whereas the other variation you're bent a little bit. So stiff leg and then bent a little bit. So we're gonna start with the bent. Let's do a variation of both the bent, slightly bent leg and the stiff leg. So we'll do 10 the slightly bent leg, and then we'll do 10 of this stiff leg. So again, resistance band or not, weights or not, I'm going to be using my 2 10-pound weights today. So we got a little bend in the leg, and what we are going to do is keeping our back completely flat and straight, sticking our butt out the best we can. And I'm telling you guys, you will feel it right here. It's not about how low you're going, it's about the feeling. So one can be squat to this degree here, not even full back. You just don't wanna have your shoulders in, you don't wanna have your back fully out, but you wanna be comfortable. Your butt's sticking out. You should feel it in your hamstrings here. This one is for hamstrings and legs here. So again, pelvic thrust up as we come up, but going down until you feel it there, holding it for a second, and then up. 1, 2. Amazing. So I will do the second variation without any weights, but just otherwise keeping my hands in front or down at my sides. We're doing a stiff leg now, so as our feet were formerly apart, we're going to put our feet together and deadlift this way. So to the side, stiff legs together now. Down 1, 2, 3. Resistance band fell off because it's not needed. Again, putting our resistance band back on for those shoulder width apart, slightly bent deadlifts. We are going again with 2 more sets after the set with the weights, doing one that is our stiff leg deadlift. So slightly bent again, down for 1, pelvic thrust, 2, pelvic thrust and squeeze those glutes, 3, 5, and up. Amazing. Drop those weights if you're using them. Don't need the resistance band here. Go into a stiff leg. Down for 1, squeezing, 2, squeezing, 3, 10. Up. Resistance band back on. Grabbing our weights again for our third and final set of deadlifts. Legs shoulder width apart. Remembering to squeeze those glutes in as we bring up the weights for 1, 2, 10. Dropping those weights for a last and final set of the stiff legs. We are going for 1. And I'm holding my arms like this. 3, because you can potentially have a bar. If you're in the gym, you can have a bar and hold that bar and do your deadlifts with a bar instead of the 2 plates. Amazing, guys. That is our second exercise wrapped. How does everybody feel so far? I am feeling good. I feel like those initial pump opening warm-up exercises really got me heated, and now I'm just sort of static and doing my thing, but either way, feeling good still. Let's get started with some walking lunges. Lunges are great. You don't have to do walking lunges. You can do static lunges as well, but any type of lunge movement I find really works the legs. So we are going to do some walking lunges. I'm gonna move you guys so you can see a little bit better. It's not like we have crazy amounts of lunging room in my mom and I's small apartment here, but for the sake of this space, I will just show you guys the gist, the general movements. But we're gonna hit 50 lunges. We'll do 5 sets of 10. So shouldn't be too hard. Weights are no weights. We're gonna drop the resistance band this one. Not sure how much the resistance band will really add to the difficulty of this, so I'm just going to leave it for this one. But for the lunges, we are walking. You can do static lunges or walking lunges, but a lunge basically can either be done forward or backward. So a forward lunge would be a lunge forward like this. I will show you guys a side view. A lunge forward would be, again, our knees do not go over our feet, so down like this. And then a backwards lunge or a reverse lunge would be the foot backwards. You know what, maybe even for the sake of this video, we will do just a static lunge today. I'm going to hold one of my weights here, and we will do 10 on each leg. 5 sets of 10 reps on each leg. And we'll try some forward and backwards. So we'll do 1. Okay, so we will do stationary lunges rather than walking lunges, just for the sake of the space and so that I can show you guys the most optimally. So we're doing a forward lunge to start us off, spreading our legs apart, making sure coming down 90 degrees with our back leg, keeping our back straight, and making sure our front leg does not go over our foot. So down for 1 and up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again, there are so many variations of this exercise, guys. You do not need to stay in that one stationary spot. You can actually keep constantly bringing your front leg back. So you can do them rather like this, and then bring your front leg back each time. It's up to you guys what you guys want to do. But the stationary lunge here, doing rather the pulsing that I'm doing instead of that lifting the leg, will just put more time of tension on both of the legs. But they both work in various ways, so switching to the other leg now, going for 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I guess we're doing our forward lunges today. We can do, I guess the forward and backwards, forward and then reverse doesn't really matter in this case, but today we were doing just a regular static stationary lunge with a weight. And for our bending down, your knee doesn't have to hit the floor, but very, very close, just off of the floor with your bottom knee there. So we're very close to the floor. Oftentimes I'm hitting it, but when I'm hitting it, I'm making sure to keep from hitting that. So we're really keeping our legs under tension. So we're gonna do 5 sets of those, 10 reps on each leg. Let's go. Grabbing our weight again, back to the lunge, the right foot again, starting with 1, 2, and as we're coming up, squeezing our back leg and our glutes together, keeping everything tight here, keeping our core tight, switching to the other leg. And balance is something I struggle with, guys. If you can't get your balance the first time, keep practicing. These movements will help you with your balance. Stay as straight as possible, but balance can affect sometimes. Makes perfect, guys. There's no rushing this. Never any rush. Going again with our right foot, the one we started with. And then now our third set on our second leg. 1, 2. Any point you lose your positioning, the most important thing is that you don't lose hope. You don't lose focus. We can always readjust ourselves. The whole point here is to have fun, to move our bodies, to get everything moving and remaining active. So practice makes perfect. As we know about anything in regards to anything, the more we practice, the better we will become. So let's hit those last 2 sets strong. I will speed these up for you guys, and then we're on to our 4th exercise. Let's get it. One more, guys, let's get it. And 10. Amazing, guys, we did it. We are amazing. We are amazing. For exercise number 4, guys, we are going to do some hip thrusts. Hip thrusts are amazing. Hip thrusts are a go-to exercise for me. There are so many variations. We are using our resistance band, adding in our resistance band here. So popping that on, popping that on again. And then I have moved you guys because right behind us, this here is where I do my hip thrusts. At home, this is what I have. So I remove the cushion that we have here. Mind the ugliness here. But I use this bottom part here as a backrest. I take my 2 weights here. Again, if you don't have any weights or a resistance band, completely fine. And I will start by sitting on the floor here, propping our back right under our shoulder blades onto that backrest part of the couch. Taking a weight, 2 weights, no weights, and placing that right on our hips. Usually at the gym, I would use a bar, I would use weights themselves, spreading our feet a little forward, and then thrusting upwards into a hip thrust. This really hits the glutes, guys. I take 2 of my weights here, so I'm using 20 pounds here, making sure to hold these steady, going for 3 sets of 10 here, guys. So 1, really squeezing the glutes upwards. 2, we have a visitor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Holding for just a second as we come up on each one. But as for the legs, guys, your legs, you want to be basically like this from what you guys can't see. And you can choose, you can test out for yourself how far you want your legs extended outwards so as to feel it the most in your glutes. For me, I am less than shoulder width apart, spread apart my legs here. And as I come up, I'm not too far outwards and I'm not too far scrunched in. So I am about, I would say if we were doing it on the floor, I'm about here. So this is me with my back, and then I'm going upwards like this. And as we're coming up, we're squeezing the glutes. So 2 more sets of 10 of those, 3 or 4 I usually do. And again, as back support, doing it on a couch, doing it on a chair, I'm very low to the ground here. You don't have to be as low to the ground. And again, at the gym, you would have a bench behind you. So that would be higher up even too. Weights or no weights, resistance band or none, that is completely up to you. I am using 20 pounds here and we're getting it for 2 more reps. So again, beginning with our 10. 1, 2, holding it for a second up here. Are you learning? She's learning something, I think. Are you learning? Are you learning? Say hi to camera. Say hi to camera here. You too. Say hi to camera here. This is usually their chair and their hangout spot, so I'm in their spot today, but let me finish the rest of my workout, okay? Let me wait for my workout. So again, guys, our backs back up on that rest, guys, for a 3rd and final set. We might even do 4 because I'm just feeling it today. So surprisingly, I'm feeling it. So another 10, let's start. 1. Down for a couple seconds. Just stretching out and giving our body that little rest. And then doing our final set right now because I already spoken into existence. Backs back up, hitting a 4th or final set. If you just did 3, good on you. I'm feeling like doing 4, so I'm throwing in a 4th. 1. And feel free to adjust or extend your legs out as you go if you feel like it's more difficult. Change up and experiment, guys. Amazing. We did it. That is 4 exercises down. We got 1 more to go. Let's do our 5th exercise. Let's get it. For our 5th exercise, this will be another lunge variation. This will be a curtsy lunge, I believe it's called. These ones are great. I've been adding them to every workout. They are amazing. I love these ones. We got a buddy on the cushion here. He made a new bed. So what we do for this one is spread our legs a bit wider, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, spreading our legs. We are going down into a squat, coming up, and then going to a side curtsy. So again, into a squat, up, and then into a side curtsy. Onto one side, squat down, and going into a side curtsy on our other side. You can do this with or without weights. I'm going to do no weights today for this one. Our 5th exercise, our finisher, 3 or 4 sets of 10, whatever you guys choose, and we have conquered a daily workout, guys. Let's get it. 5th exercise, 3 sets of 10, or 4 if you're feeling like doing that extra one. All up to you. Let's get it. That's 1 rep, guys. 2. That's 2 reps. 3. And as you can see, I'm doing a little pulse here. Not necessary if you guys don't want to do the pulse, either on the squat or the lunges. You can do pulsing to make it difficult, to make it just that more difficult. And remaining low. Amazing, feeling it all through the legs. On to our 2nd set. Give yourself a little bit of a breather here. Whew. Give yourself a breather, you deserve it. Take a drink of water if you need to. We haven't taken a drink of water our whole workout, but I don't know about you guys, but I get in the zone a lot of the time, and when I'm in my zone, not even water is gonna get me out of my zone. But once I remember, I'm taking a sip of that water. Hitting the last 2 to 3 sets that we can, starting again with no rush, take it slow if you want. The positioning and your stance is what matters the most. 6. Amazing. Whew. And again, our last set, or do that 4th one if you'd like, but I'm pretty satisfied with 3 at the moment. Whew. That is 3 sets of that 5th exercise complete. I'm about to go hit the showers, clean up this little home studio space that I've set up here. This was a great one for me. I hope you guys liked this workout. I'm so excited for all of the workouts and all of the incredible conversations upcoming in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. I love you infinity and always. This was a Salad Gold first workout session with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys infinity and always. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this workout. Like this video so I know that you guys enjoyed this workout. It's free. It's free to like and subscribe. Subscribe down below as well for more me and so much more coming. So many more workouts on the way. I love you guys infinity and always. Like this video down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thank you for watching. As always, keep that body burning. Keep that body moving. Keep those muscles growing, that lean muscle. Stay gold. Stay beautiful. I will see you next time. I will see you then. I love you. Mwah.